Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon, and I have DJ Flawlezz with me. And we were just talking about, being in the DJ business. You have a lot of energy, because he was kind of sitting back, and I said, no, you're going to have all the energy. So, DJs have to have a lot of energy.
But sometimes you got to be comfortable, cool, calm, and mellow. You can't always be too hyped up.
Okay, yeah. So but you can't take over.
Yeah, you got to be a little mellow on things sometimes.
See, I didn't know that. I know that a DJ has to have a lot of energy, but at the same time, he's got to let the record play.
Mm-hmm.
So,
see, that's the thing with me. It's like there's two sides of me. There's DJ.
Two sides of him. Okay, this is a two-sided coin.
Yeah, there's the DJ, and then there's me as a person.
Okay, now which one do you prefer?
Let's see. During the week, I prefer myself. Just me.
Just you.
And then during the weekend, of course, everybody wants to get drunk, act the fool. I'm right
so
there.
You
with
become,
so
your energy rises up.
DJ,
so he works all week long. He works up for his energy, and then weekend he's ready to go, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Now, you seem like a very quiet person and a very cool person. How long have you been doing DJing? Because
I've been DJing since I was 11 years old.
I thought he was going to say like 2 or 3 years ago. So now, how did anybody take any notice of you in a club? Number one, I didn't know how you were getting to a club at 11 years old. Because you're underage.
Yeah, I started doing birthday parties, house parties, small little things. And then as I got older, I started doing car shows and, just started graduating from there.
You were putting your name out there and everything.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's always been DJ Flawlezz, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have... Now, the difference between then at 11 and what's happening now, because DJs are very, very big. Oh, they were big a couple of years ago. I don't know if they're so big now. Are they still big?
We run Vegas. I hate
we
to say it
run
like that.
Vegas.
Every club that we ever go to, we run Vegas, and Vegas pays us to run there, basically. Because if you think about it, at the end of the day, if there's no entertainment, Vegas is what?
Music.
Boring. Because all there is casinos.
It's casinos, but all it is entertainment. True. Vegas is the only thing that would they have the greatest people, but they have the greatest restaurants as well in the entire world, because they have all the restaurants are here in the big hotels, in the little hotels.
I see a lot of Vegas is becoming more corporate as it grows.
Oh, it's definitely corporate. So that's a problem which I see in the hotels of the performing acts. We don't seem to have as many acts going anymore.
Exactly. Like when I was younger, when I was living here back in '96 in the '90s. I remember Wet n Wild being at the end of the strip. Now you gotta go way across town.
You go way across town, but also there's a lot more people. There's a lot of buildings going on here. There's a lot of everything going on. How do you like and why do you think DJing has become more popular? Because that's kind of the bands can't play now because we've got the DJs. So it's kind of
the thing about that is a lot of the bands don't realize and tend to forget that we started music when it went from instrumentals to digital to what it is nowadays.
Yes.
And now I know that a lot of the bands get mad because we're making more money than they are. But at the same time, it's a whole different scenario, a whole different aspect. You got live instrumental, and then you got sound, which is
you're still playing their music, but you're still playing their music.
Yeah, just two different categories of the industry, basically, because you can either do live or you can do the DJ.
And what I'm going to say is that how do you get yourself played and involved in the DJ? Because you can it's still music, as you say, but it's lots of different bands now because you've got playing lots of different records. And kind of everybody gets a chance, which is pretty cool. Yeah. It's absolutely wonderful. But at the same time, how do you get into that as a band to get your records played? How does that work?
Well, basically, a lot of it starts out with networking. And
the band has to network.
Yeah, the band has to network.
To people like you.
To people like me or the radio stations.
All your bands out there, suggest you get in touch with the DJs, and get friendly with them and give them your CD and sort of, maybe work together. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's like today's hip-hop industry. You got to understand that, of course, there's the beat making, the artists themselves, and then the DJs. Well, the way that the pyramid works is that it goes from production to DJs to the artists.
Okay.
So that's pretty much like the payroll type thing too as well, because without the beat, we have no music.
I was going to say, without the beat, you have no music.
You have no artist.
True. But also, it probably depends on what place you're playing as to the music that they like too. I mean, when you get gigs, do you play in the same place every week?
No, I have. I actually been traveling a lot. I've been around every now and then. I am now officially a Las Vegas resident DJ.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be at Sylvia's here in Las Vegas. It's the grand opening on the 15th of this month.
Sylvia's? What's Sylvia's?
It's like a new hookah lounge / bar / dinner.
Oh, so, wonderful. And where is that?
It's right on Flamingo.
Off of Flamingo?
Mm-hmm. I forgot the address itself. But
That's okay.
My phone died, so you know.
Yeah.
But it is going to be every Sunday. There, you're welcome to be invited as well. It is the grand opening, blue carpet.
Blue carpet, not a red carpet. Listen to that.
Blue carpet. It's royal blue and white. There will be old school from, I want to say, Motown to, back in the 70s up to today's hip hop.
Wonderful. So is this going to be something you're doing every Sunday?
For the next 12 weeks, yes.
For the next 12 weeks, every Sunday. And then you have your other jobs as well that you do as well. Do you get hired in the hotels, in the club rooms? And also, do you do a lot of convention work?
I do everything. I do convention, corporate.
And what do you roughly charge? What you get paid for? Not what you charge, what you get paid. Because they're pretty high.
Yeah, usually for me, because I am an up-and-coming DJ from Los Angeles, now a Las Vegas resident, I want to say my average gig that I have been paid is probably about $2,000.
$2,000 a night. I'm going to become a DJ, and you are going to teach me, and I'm going to find out all those moves. $2,000 a night?
Yeah, it's
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun if you can read sound waves or understand how to mix it in. Then it's
now when we talk about DJs. DJs is not just putting a record on, is it?
Nope.
What? Because I've noticed there's a lot of gadgets floating around and sounds and things. What setup?
Well, a lot of things you have your laptop, you have the turntables, you have your soundboard, you have everything to produce the music, the speakers, the lights, all the look. It takes a lot of timing, a lot of understanding, and a lot of knowledge on how to make sound waves match.
Because you've got to make everything's got to, because you've got to be
Victor,
you've got to be different, right?
Victor,
what has made you different?
The thing that's made me different from the rest of these DJs is the fact that, besides the fact of being original,
great personality.
yeah, that and I like to be original.
Original.
Yeah, I had a good friend of mine. I actually talk to him almost every other day. I talked to Steve Aoki of here in Las Vegas. He's another great DJ. I asked him, what's the best thing to do in this industry as far as a DJ? Because he's a legend compared to me. So,
and he doesn't mind helping you. That's pretty cool.
He don't mind helping.
Isn't that cool?
Definitely shout out to Steve Aoki for the help. But
Isn't
he
that
said,
nice, Steve? Thank you, Steve.
That is the best thing to do is just be original. All the way.
Yes, I think so.
Don't try to copy nobody. Don't try to be like nobody. Just, be yourself.
I have a lot of people say, well, Ninon, aren't you afraid of the competition and everything else? I say, well, if anybody, good luck to anybody out there who can copy me with this English accent. I mean, really, I'll give it to you. I'll give you everything. Everybody's an individual, so there really is, as I said before, there is no competition. You are the competition.
Exactly. You're basically...
Or make yourself the competition.
You can't define yourself from what other people say. You make yourself by the way you perform in your own.
Yes.
So the way you define who you are is the person that you're going to put out there in the public.
Absolutely.
To where they're going to look at you and be like, okay, he's either a public figure or he's not. So, that's just because of the world we live in.
It's the groundwork you put
it's the type of foundation we laid out.
The foundation that you've laid out there. And sometimes it takes longer to put that foundation out there. But if you don't have a strong foundation, and that's in any business, I don't care what it is, any business, if you don't have a strong foundation, you don't have a business.
Exactly.
You don't. You've got to have that going out there. So you go out there, large performances. Done any that are 3,000 people?
I've done a couple. Yeah, I want to say the biggest crowd that I've done was over 2,000 people.
2,000 people.
And that was beyond amazing experience.
That was here in Vegas?
Yeah, it was here in Vegas. I enjoyed every moment of it, the look on people's face.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
My thing is I'd rather play for the people.
Yes.
because I feel like if you play for the people, you reach out to them. If you can vibe with them, they'll vibe with
They'll
you.
recognize you.
Yeah.
So when you get your name out there, they'll recognize your name and they'll come and see you. And that's, that's your brand. You're branding yourself. And you have to brand yourself.
Well, that's just like with you. I didn't know about you until my friend Prince Amar.
Oh, Prince Amar, yeah, he's always
he
he's
told me
a great
about
guy.
it,
Yeah.
and then I watched it. I noticed you had an interview with him a while back, and he's like, "Yeah, man, she's a great woman. Just go talk to her, let her know what you're doing, and just go from there."
So how's it going so far? Have I come up to what he said?
It's going great. It's fun. It's amazing. I mean, I can't knock it. I can't complain. I'm actually, believe it or not, this is my actual first time in the spotlight like this.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've done radio interviews and everything, but this is more.
This is more
for me.
So we're giving him a little bit more, but that's what Vegas Live does. What we do is we give a lot of the younger generation, but actually across the board, we give a lot of the musicians a place where they can actually put themselves out there and they can actually be somebody and who they are and what they do, because there is so much talent in Vegas that I've never lost for talent. Yeah. And everybody says, how do you get all your people? Well, it's because I have a great director that gets all the talent for me. She's amazing. And I help her a little bit, but she really does it.
Yeah, and that's another thing about Vegas, too. I love Vegas. I love living here. Besides the heat, it's hot, but...
stay inside.
Basically, what I want to say to Vegas, basically, is stop hiding the talent. Come out. Let it be known.
Stop hiding the talent, and that's what this program does. We're trying to bring the talent out, let people know that it's not only the strip, that the strip, everybody wants to perform on the strip.
Exactly.
Like I'm sure you've done it many times.
I've done it a couple times, up and coming, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I stand out there on the corner and play music. So, I mean, who hasn't? So,
who hasn't? Isn't that amazing?
It's a way of getting your hustle, recognition, everything.
So it's a lot of hard work. The same as anything, it's hard work.
Yeah. Well, that's why, like my shirt says, if you want to shine, you got to grind.
If you want to shine, you got to grind. The grind means work. Means you got to work.
Because ain't nothing given to you free in this world. You got to go and get it.
Well, there's two things that happen to us in this world. We are born and we take our first breath. And the next thing that definitely is that we die and we take our last breath. That's what we do have in common. Mm-hmm. It's what you do in between. How you conduct your life and what you do.
Exactly. And that's the thing about me is that although I am an up-and-coming DJ that's getting world recognition, is that I want to let people know, especially the younger crowd.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I'm only 29 years old. I'm doing major things. I mean, I'm going to New York after the end of this month. I'm going to Europe. I'm going to Germany.
Isn't that wonderful?
I'll be out there for 3 months. So,
really?
Mm-hmm.
You've got all these jobs lined up, all the DJs lined up.
I have a wonderful team behind me as well.
Anybody you would like to thank and mention, you can do that.
First and foremost, I want to thank God. I want to thank Vegas for the support. I want to thank my haters for the support. Because everybody got those.
Yeah, I have a few of those out there too.
I want to thank everybody, just whoever said that I couldn't do it. I hate to tell them, I'm doing it now.
You're doing it.
I'm shining to the fullest.
That's what you call tenacity. And when you have the tenacity of life, and there is no competition because you are the competition. Exactly. And you are out there. And whatever you want out there is there for you. It's just for you to recognize it and get it. Exactly. And work for it. You have to work hard for it. How can anybody find you?
They can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
MJ,
Snapchat.
What?
They can find me everywhere. They can find me.
What name do they use?
They can find me under Derek, DJ Flawlezz, or DJ Flawlezz 702.
Okay.
Because even though I'm from California,
Flawlezz, that's the name.
Yeah, they got to remember, it ain't about where you're from, it's about where you're at. So that's what makes a big difference.
That's amazing. It's where you're at. It's what you're doing and how you do it and how you put it out there. Yeah. And how to get people to kind of like you. You've got to get people to like you. Not everybody does, believe me. And I know there's a few people. Somebody wrote something the other day on Facebook, but I was fortunate enough I could go to my own Facebook and I could disregard it and take it out, which I did. And that woman knows who she is. Wasn't very nice, but that's okay. Because you take the good with the bad. So I can make her my friend.
Exactly.
She's become my friend, not my enemy.
Exactly. And that's like with me, I don't like bringing in religion into things, but like how God, just remember that God was hated on first. So the way I look at it is just turn the other cheek and keep going. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
They want to hate you, oh well, let them hate.
Let them hate.
Life is too short to be hating on each other.
Yeah, you shouldn't hate on each other. And that's why we've got all of that stuff going on now, which we won't go into, but we have a lot of that. So don't forget to love each other. A nice word. Not all of us have to get on with each other, but it doesn't make that person a bad person because you don't get on with them. They're still a person.
Exactly.
Well, he's been an absolute great guest. Thank you so much. And he's going to be off traveling and doing his thing. And we'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.